Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to another speed build video. Today's video is going to be another suburban family home. At the moment I just can't get enough of them. Sometimes it's just quite nice just doing little family homes rather than like all the modern builds. I find sometimes with modern builds it's quite hard just because like the items that we have in the game aren't really that well suited for modern houses. Like what I would like to see for a modern house is like great big panes of glass and just like really ultra modern furniture, and to be honest we just don't have that at the moment. So sometimes when it comes to doing just like a family home, it's quite refreshing just to be able to use all the items in the game. So as you may have guessed from the title, or maybe not have guessed, this one is for Chloe's Build channel challenge. She has recently reached 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, and in order to celebrate she has come up with this pretty good challenge. So basically all we have to do is build one or more lots on just this one lot. So if you see around the lot there's like different sections which are like labeled with different numbers. So the two at the back, which is 1 or 2, can be for like family homes or like a 2 to 3 bedroom house. So that's what I'm doing in this little patch of land. We're going for a 3-bedroom family home, and the other ones 3 and 4 can either be like a community space or it can be like a social space. So it can either be like a park or something, or it can be a like shop or something like that. There aren't really any rules. It can be any style of house. You can use any pack, but you can't use the My First Pets pack. And that's about it. So this is what I've come up with. Basically we are building suburbia, but it's going to have a slight twist. So I've not done it in this part of the build, but I will be doing it once the whole thing is complete. But basically there is going to be a whole underground section to this lot, and it's kind of a bit dark, but my idea is this like perfect suburban neighborhood is just a face for something a little bit dodgy going on underneath the little neighborhood. So my idea is that underneath there will be tunnels which are full of like, I don't know, I've not really like fully figured it out, but like it's going to be full of, I don't know, like a way of like really dark, but a way of smuggling out drugs maybe, or money laundering of some sort. I don't know, I haven't fully figured it out, and I do realise that The Sims is a family friendly game, so I'm not really sure how well this will go down. I just kind of wanted to give it some sort of backstory, I was thinking, but we'll see what we can come up with. So this is actually quite similar to the other suburban house that I did a couple of months ago. It's fairly similar. I kind of go with the same sort of style of, you know, it's like family home, it's the same sort of decoration, but I would like to think that I have improved on the last one maybe. This one is definitely a lot more spacious. I would say it's probably quite a bit bigger, but yeah, the space has been utilised in a fairly clever way, and yeah, it could probably fit up to, let's say, 4 Sims in here. So for example, it could fit a couple and then maybe twins and another child as well. I haven't decorated it with any pet stuff, but obviously that can be added in addition. So as you come in through the hallway, you have a nice little bathroom. This is kind of just like the bathroom that all your guests, let's say your guest toilet. It is quite common for houses in the UK to kind of like open up into a hallway, such as like I've done here, and then you have like a little bathroom to the side. I was with this quite wanting it to be fairly English looking, although I'm quite aware that in the UK we don't really have many, like our suburban houses, I don't know if you'd call it suburban, but the houses typical in the UK would normally not be detached. You normally have like a semi-detached house unless you're living in a much wealthier neighbourhood. Obviously this neighbourhood in The Sims is quite wealthy because they are smuggling drugs maybe, or money. So I wanted to start from the top with this. So we do the bathroom and we then go on to the bedrooms upstairs first. Just, you know, trying to mix it up a little bit. I sometimes find I get a little bit, I end up, like, because I'm just building, like the majority of the videos on my channel are mostly builds. So basically when you're doing one after the other, I sometimes find it quite hard to keep it original, and I don't want to be doing the same things each time. So sometimes what can happen is that you end up, you know, doing a build and you're following like the same sort of routine. So, you know, doing your downstairs kitchen first, as I normally do, and then moving on to the living room, dining room, and etc. So I thought I'd just do it a little different way this time, and we're just going straight on to the bedrooms upstairs. But yeah, so I don't actually know when this video will be going live on YouTube. As always, I am pre-recording a load of videos because I've got a bit of time off. So I think maybe the challenge that Chloe has set may have finished already. Or it might still be going, let me see. But yeah, so if you wanted to give this a go, then you can download the template that Chloe has put on her, that Chloe has uploaded. I think you just have to search for the hashtag Chloe 4K build or something like that. So even if the time has finished for this challenge, then you know, give it a go. It's quite fun to come up with like an idea for like a sort of neighbourhood area. I think this is also the first community challenge that I have taken part in. I don't normally do stuff like this, just because I normally don't have enough time to do it within the time that is given. So it's quite refreshing actually being able to take part in one of these for once. I think the challenge does say that you can either do one or more little lots of this, so I'm going to try and do all of them, but we'll see what we can fit in. But yeah, so as I was saying, this is the first challenge that I have taken part in. I have done like individual challenges where it's like the random genetics challenge and like build a house in 10 minutes, which I am awful at. But yeah, you could actually win a prize with this one, which is pretty cool, which I think it's just like a stuff pack or something for Twitch that I don't fully understand, but yep. But yeah, so also I think at the time of this going out, we may already have seasons. I think the way that I'm going to schedule this build, I think seasons would have just come out. If you guys are expecting any builds from the with the seasons stuff expansion pack, then it will probably take a couple of months for me to get a build out, just because my schedule is quite busy at the moment. I'm basically just taking a few days off from work at the moment. This is think here, time of recording this is early June, so I think this will be going out late-ish June. But I will be starting a new job soon, so that's all very exciting. But it does mean that I am not going to have, I think for the first 10 days of my new job, I will not be able to have any time for The Sims, unfortunately, because I'm going away with work as well. So in order to like actually be able to play seasons, I'm taking my laptop with me, and I'm going to try and like sneakily play it at night. If I have the time, but I hope you guys all understand that unfortunately a build will not be coming that quickly, unfortunately. But you know, we never stick to a schedule, so it's all fine. So the downstairs, let me just say first off, the upstairs is very generic. It's a word that I would use to describe it. The whole, obviously, because there's like this whole secret underground town sort of thing, I wanted to keep the it's kind of like I wanted to keep it all kind of like not suspicious in any way, if that makes any sense. So everything is very ordinary. It's all like, it's like a perfect family home, which is hiding a secret. So hopefully we can, if I do any more speed builds for any more of these builds that I do, hopefully we can get more into it next time. But for the time being, that is all I'm gonna say. Downstairs we're just doing the kitchen. I've done a mixture of, because basically I couldn't decide what I wanted to use. We have done a mixture of the Jungle Adventures cabinets with the Parenthood counters, and thankfully these two both go quite well together. As you'll see, I accidentally, my whole idea was that I wanted to use the Jungle Adventure one, but then I accidentally pick the Parenthood one for the counters, for the cabinets at the top, but I do end up quickly changing those. And then there's like, I'm not too sure about this, I've not player tested it, but basically with the oh damn it, I forgot to put baskets everywhere, wash baskets. So I put a washing machine and tumble dry in, and I kind of just lifted the what's it called, the counter up a little bit so you could still place items on top of it. I'm not sure if that works, hopefully it does, but it kind of means that you can see the counter through the washing machine, so I'm not really too sure how that will work out. Oh god, my mouth is going very dry now. I thought it was a little bit fun to do like a sort of mix match of chairs for that dining room. Very simply, we just used the table, the nice round table that we got with the laundry pack, just so we can place chairs all around it. If this was part of some sort of underground movement house, then I would think a big table would be needed for meetings of secrecy and all that. But yeah, this is sort of like it's like a kitchen come dining come social area. People always say that like the kitchen is the heart of the house, so I did kind of want to include like some kids' toys and like a nice sofa as well, just so it was more of like a social room. And then through the archway we end up having the living room as well. But yeah, so it's, I think as in terms of how houses go, this is a, oh god damn it, I always do this, I like put stuff down and then I forget to like change the swatch of it. I always go with the default. I really wanted to change the colour of the fireplace, but we kind of just gone with the bog standard one. In terms of the living room, we have a nice little study area in with this. I'm not gonna lie, I think this one could have been decorated a little bit more nicely. It is a little bit squished, but that's because at the front of the house we have to make room for the garage as well. And I just realised those paintings for the wall are a little bit naughty. They've got naked men and women on it. I thought The Sims was supposed to be PG. But yeah, it just makes me laugh a little bit. But yeah, so in the garage, I wanted to do like a sort of woodworking area. I wanted this space to be usable, but actually I've just discovered there's no way of getting into the garage because I didn't even put like a garage door on this time. But you kind of get what I'm trying to go for. It's like a woodworking. I think sometimes, like, especially in the UK, people have garages, but they don't necessarily use them for the cars. I don't know if that's the same for anywhere else, whether, I don't know, maybe in America, maybe garages are used, like obviously we use garages for cars, but in some cases we just use them for like storage and like an extra space, and sometimes they're quite handy for the washing machine to go in. You may have just seen that I put a sneaky door which will lead to under the stairs. That area is going to be the way that they get into like this secret underground passage. But obviously once I've like planned it all out, that will be a lot more apparent. But yeah, so this is pretty much the end of the build. We're just doing the final little bits of landscaping. I do say that my landscaping is getting a lot better, and it's all because of that little shrub thing that I put everywhere. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a massive thumbs up and let me know down below what you thought. Hopefully I shall see you next time. Bye!